Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Inkslaura123 and this is going to be a mega book haul video for you. So hello to all my fellow bookworm buddies out there. Hope you enjoy watching. If you do, please click like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash that notification bell to all notifications. Then you can see when I've uploaded new videos and also when I'm doing live streams. So yeah, I have a lot of books here to show you. I'm not going to tell you about every single one of them in like loads of detail. I'll just kind of give you a bit of information about some of them, you know. But if you do want to know more about the book, I'll put the links down below to all of the books that I mention in this video on their Goodreads page. So you can read other people's reviews, you can find out more about the book, that kind of thing. But hopefully I'll give you some ideas for books that you want to pick up and read yourself. Let me know in the comments section down below what book you are currently reading, if you're enjoying it or not, and also if there's any other books that are coming out soon that you're really excited for. So some of these books are from the library, some of these books I've purchased, and before I get into it I just want to say sorry for my very stuffed up nose. I sound very nasally at the moment. My hay fever is terrible today. It's really bad. I've had my Benadryl tablet, but it's just not really doing much, so I apologize for being like stuffed up voice thing. But anyway, okay, let's get started. The first book I want to show you is new, and it's also my current read. I literally picked this up yesterday at Waterstones, and I tell you what, I'm loving it. It's so good. So it's by Kyra. Is it Kyra Smythe? Is that how you say her name? And it's called Not My Problem. It's so funny. It's so good. I feel like a lot of books that I read are quite dark and dismal. I just wanted something to be a bit more funny and uplifting and just fun to read. And I tell you what, it is ticking all those boxes. It's so good. It's so funny and sweet. It says here, she can fix anyone's life except her own. Romantic, hilarious, full of crazy capers. So it says, Aideen is a rule breaker. Meba is the super ambitious class SWAT. When Aideen reluctantly agrees to help Meba escape her crazy workload, she never expects the solution to mean pushing Meba down the stairs. Yeah, you heard that right. Pushing her down the stairs. Aideen soon realises she has a talent for fixing other students' problems, aided by Cavi, her willing accomplice in crime, who's just super funny. Whether it's stealing a confiscated phone or arranging a late night breakout, Aiden will sort it out. But Aiden's own life is a mess. Her mum's drinking again, her best friend's avoiding her, and she's not doing very well at school. She's, flunking it at school. She spends more time with Cavi and the uptight but annoyingly cute Meba. Aideen starts to wonder, can every problem be solved? But yeah, super duper loving it. It's really good, and I can understand why it won an award because it's just brilliant. It's really good. So yeah, oh, here's my new bookmark, by the way, in case anyone is in the least bit interested. You're probably not, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, so yeah, that is my current read and the first book in this video. At the end, what I'm going to do is pick my favourite book cover of all of the ones that I show. Okay, right, next up, I have this one here. So the reason why I've got this is because everybody goes on and on and on and on and on and on about Colleen Hoover. She's one of these authors that I just literally hear about everywhere, whether it's Bookstagram, Booktube, in the book Facebook groups that I'm in, just everywhere. Everyone goes on about this author. So I'm hoping that everyone's going on about her because she's so brilliant and her books are so brilliant. But I thought I would kind of, I don't know, jump on the bandwagon of reading a book by her, and I picked this up in the works for a £5. It's called Verity, and it says here at the back, interesting fact, the TikTok sensation with over 200,000 5-star reviews. Just there. Wow. So I mean, surely that's a good thing. So it says a thriller that will keep you up all night, a twist that will leave you reeling. It's about this girl called Loen, a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin. She accepts this job of a lifetime with this couple called Jeremy Crawford and Verity Crawford. So she's injured, the wife is injured, and she's unable to carry on this series of books, and so that's what she's been brought in for, to help with that. She arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What she doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography that Verity never intended for anyone to read. So there's lots of like secrets and things that come out by the looks of it. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night her family was forever altered. She decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents could devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, so there is going to be a bit of a romance by the looks of it, I think, with her and the husband. She recognises all the ways that she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. It does sound pretty hot. Like, it sounds interesting. And lots of like drama and secrets and stuff. So yeah, that is Verity. Next book I got is from Library. Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. This has been on my want to read list for so long. So when I found out my local library had it, I was like, yes, really happy. I love the cover on this. It's so cool. Look at this. This girl is literally like, you know, my dream kind of style. She's got the big like black boots, the tight black jeans, the black vest top. She's got the tattoos up the arm, like the sleeves there. She's holding a camera, dark hair. I mean, she just rocks it, right? Don't get me wrong, this lady looks nice as well, but this one is where I am at. So this is about Delilah Green, and she's a bit of like instead of a bad boy, she's more like a bad girl. She does photography, and she comes back to her neighbourhood where she used to live to help someone with like photography for the wedding, and then she ends up falling for this single mother called Claire. So I'm just reading this. So Claire depends upon a life without surprises. Delilah Green is an unwelcome surprise at first, but then they're forced to spend time together with all like the wedding preparations and stuff, and obviously a romance and stuff is gonna start to happen. She can't resist her charms. But yeah, I think this sounds good. It says a swoon-worthy, laugh-out-loud romp of a romance. Love it. And I love that cover. So yeah, LGBTQI plus rep in this book. Next one I have is a thriller, also from Library. This is The Last House on the Street by Diane Chamberlain. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember anything about this book at all. I just remember seeing it on the library website. I do this thing where I go on the library website when I'm bored and just look at all the new books, like browse them and then order them and like collect them when they're in. And I remember getting this ages ago and I can't remember anything about it. I know it's a thriller, obviously. It says, in a small town, a rumour can start a fire. Picture a house at the end of a street. There are no children playing outside, no neighbours chatting over the fence. All is quiet except for the wind whispering in the trees. Then a curtain, not a certain. Then a curtain twitches. Someone is watching. Someone has been watching all along. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just going to kind of go into it open and just, you know, see what it's about. I do like a good thriller. So, yeah. Can't believe I said certain instead of curtain. Anyway, right, next up is Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough. I love Sarah Pinborough books. Her books are so, like, weird, and I like that. Weird is good. Hashtag weird is good. That is a thriller. It's about this girl called Emma. It says, check the windows, lock the doors, looking on the children, why can't she sleep? So, yeah, it's about this girl called Emma, and she's nearly 40, and she's worrying that she's going to kind of turn into her mother and be like her mother was, because before her mum turned 40, she started getting insomnia, and she'd done something, like, really horrible. I don't know what that is yet, because obviously I haven't read the book, but her mum done something quite bad, and she's, like, worrying that she's going to turn into her mum and do bad things because she starts to get insomnia and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go into this with an open mind because, as I say, Sarah Pinborough's books are just so kind of out there and dark, and I love it. My favourite one from her, probably 13 Minutes. I really love that, but everyone kind of knows Behind Her Eyes. It's the big one, but 13 Minutes was my favourite by her. So yeah, new book, Sarah Pinborough, Insomnia. Next one I got is Golden Boys. This is Phil Stamper, Golden Boys. He wrote As Far As You'll Take Me and The Gravity of Us, which I haven't read, but I have heard of both of those. This is a YA, and it's about a group of friends called Gabrielle, Reese, Sal and Heath. They're best friends, and they grow up in the kind of middle of nowhere. They're queer, and they've kind of got this really strong bond, but then in the summer, for the first time, they've got to kind of follow their own dreams, and they have to kind of do it apart, like do their own thing. It says it's time to discover who they are and what they really want to be. Will the distance divide them or draw them closer than ever? So I'm hoping that this book will be interesting and fun, filled with like adventures and like getting to know who you are and what you want from life and friendship and stuff. So yeah, that is Golden Boys. Next book I got is also from the library. Now, this one is called Other People's Clothes by Calla Henkel. Love the cover on this. So cool. Love that. I love the way that it's in like her glasses and her top. But anyway, this sounds really random. It's kind of out of my comfort zone, but I like pushing myself sometimes with my reading to read books that aren't my normal genre and just a bit kind of out there, different for me. Last month I read a book called The Mad Woman's Ball, which I have to say was like not anything I'd ever pick up, but I did. And I really loved it. It was so good. So I think, you know, I'm going to do that more this year, where I push myself to read something which I might not think I'm going to like and end up being like, oh, wow, this is amazing. You know, that kind of thing. This is set in Berlin, 2009. There's two young girls, two art students from New York. They arrive in Germany. And they just want to kind of reinvent themselves. So they move into this apartment, and they rent an apartment from an eccentric crime writer. And they're worried that she's kind of spying on them and stuff to create ideas for her next novel. It all sounds a bit weird. So they're thinking they're being spied on, so they start doing things to kind of beat her at her own game. They have like wild parties and things. It says, as events spiral out of control, they begin to wonder whose story they are living and how it will end. It says here, the story is multi-layered, touching on sex, female friendship, queerness, Berlin nightlife, drugs, celebrity culture, and art in ways that in less confident hands could easily have become a mess. I don't know. Will I like it? Will I not? Who knows? But, you know, it's a library book, so if I don't like it, I can just take it back and I haven't wasted any money. So it is what it is. Next up, I've got this one here by Francesca May. This gorgeous cover here. Look, this is called Wild and Wicked Things. Wow, 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 wow. It says, brimming with romance, gilded with danger, Wild and Wicked Things is a heavy, lyrical gem of a book. I love reading these quotes. I always read quotes on books. I love them. So it's set in the 20s, which is cool. I like books set in the 20s. Sorry, Francesca May's irresistible debut weaves a dazzling tale of dark magic, romance, and murder. So... Oh, sorry, it's the post. I was like, what's that noise? But it's the post. It's okay. So my house is haunted. So sometimes if I hear a noise or something and I'm on my own, I do freak out. But I think that was just a letter coming through the door. But anyway, I hope it's a letter just coming through the door and not a ghost. Okay. So it says, on Crow Island, people whisper that real magic lurks just below the surface. Magic doesn't interest Annie. Not after it stole her future. She's on the island only to settle her late father's estate and hopefully reconnect with her long absent best friend Beatrice, who fled their dreary lives for a more glamorous one. Yet Crow Island is brimming with temptation, and the most mesmerising may be her new neighbour, mysterious and alluring Emmeline Delacroix, Cruz, I don't know how to say it. We'll just call it Emmeline. It's a figure shadowed by rumours of being a witch. Annie witnesses a confrontation between Bea and Emmeline, and as at one of Crow Island's extravagant parties, she is drawn in to a glittering, haunted world, a world where the boundaries of wickedness are tested and the cost of illicit magic might be death. Oh, so yeah, I love that. I love the fact that this Emmeline is obviously probably going to be a witch. I mean, she might not be, but let's be real, she probably is. But yeah, love that. Good. Got another few witchy books here. I picked up this one in the works. So this is Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper. I think this is a series, but I'm not sure. This is supposed to be really funny. It says two witches plot revenge, but end up falling in love in this magical romantic comedy. Is revenge the sweetest magic of all? I've got witches, I've got magic, I've got revenge, I've got romance, and it's supposed to be funny. So it sounds all good to me. I love the cover with the purple and the gold as well. I just think it's really nice. Love that. So that's that one. Another witchy book. And more witchy books now. So much witchy stuff. These are, I think, a duology. I don't think this is a series. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I don't know, but I'm sure I read ages ago this is a duology. So the Ravens I purchased on eBay. I got this second hand, really cheap as chips, free postage. But yeah, it's like hardback. It's, yeah, good condition, I think. So that's the Ravens #1. And #2 is literally just come out recently, called The Monarchs. And this is the sequel, both by Cass Morgan and Daniel Page. And it's about these witches who are at college, I think. Hold on. Group of girls who are beautiful and powerful. Yeah, they are at Westerly College. The Ravens aren't just regular girls, they're witches. But I think someone discovers the Ravens' secrets, and that someone would do anything to see these witches burn. Oh, okay. A wicked power rises on campus. The girls will have to put their rivalry aside to save their fellow sisters. I love books about like witches, and I don't know, it's weird. Ever since I was a kid, vampires, witches, I love reading about them. So yeah, what is your favourite cover out of these two? I have to say, I like them both, but the Ravens cover is just gorgeous. I love Ravens. They're very cool. So that's those two. Right, I've got 3 books left. So I'll do this one first. Victoria Lee, A Lesson in Vengeance. Love the book stacks here. What's that on my bit of fluff just come up? Yeah, Victoria Lee. I love the book stacks and just everything. The cover is just so pretty. It says the past will come back and haunt you. So this one sounds so good. Well, they all do, but Felicity Morrow is back at the Dalloway School, a centuries-old, ivy-covered campus that was home until the tragic death of her girlfriend. She even has an old room in Godwin House, exclusive dormitory, rumoured to be haunted by the spirits of 5 Dalloway students. Girls, some say, were, you've guessed it, witches. Witchcraft is woven into Dalloway's past. The school doesn't talk about it, but the students do. And in secret rooms and shadowy corners, girls talk about this. And before her girlfriend died, Felicity was drawn to the dark. She's determined to leave that all behind now, but it's hard when Dalloway's occult history is everywhere, and when the new girl won't let her forget. So the new girl is called Ellis Haley. First year at Dalloway, a prodigy novelist at 17. She's eccentric and brilliant, and Felicity can't shake off that feeling that she feels for her. So when Ellis asks Felicity for help researching the Dalloway 5 for a second book, Felicity can't say no. And when history begins to repeat itself, Felicity will have to face the darkness in Dalloway and in herself. Ooh. It says this book will possess you from the first pages. It's haunting. Oh my. A layered brooding mystery that will draw readers in. Okay, well, I think it sounds really, really good. Yeah, a lot of witchy stuff in these books. Right, I've got 2 more left to show you, and they're not about witches. I know, shock horror. So this one I got from the library, called Someone We Know by Shari LaPenna. I love Shari LaPenna books. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you'll know that I've read quite a lot of her books. She's brilliant. So twisty and turny, and just like gets you thinking, and I love it. So this one is, I don't know if it's her newer one or if it's, I don't know, but I've not read it, so I picked it up from the library. And it's all set in this like little tight-knit neighborhood, where it's all kind of, everyone's nice to each other, everyone's polite and everything, but you don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. There's this note that's been left through some of the houses that says the following. Okay, I'm so sorry. My son has been getting into people's houses and he's broken into yours. So who is the boy? What has he uncovered? Whispers start to circulate and suspicion mounts. A missing local woman is found who has been murdered, and tension reaches breaking point. So, you know, who killed her? Who knows more than they're telling, and how far will people go to keep their secrets? So, ooh, it says, maybe you don't know your neighbour as well as you thought you did. I love that. I love the fact of like sitting here sometimes wondering, who are my neighbours? Like, what do they get up to behind closed doors? You know, when they're like polite in the street and be like, hey, I'm like, what do you really do? Anyway, I just find that kind of thing interesting. So looking forward to that one. And the last book I want to show you is this one here, which is called That Jewish Thing by Amber Crew. I'm really excited to read a book that has Jewish rep. There's not enough Jewish books, like Jewish themed rep books. I know there's obviously lots of books about the Holocaust, which is amazing and needs to be out there and needs to be learned and read about. But sometimes, you know, I'm Jewish, by the way. Hold on. Get me necklace. There's my Star of David. Sometimes you just want to read as a Jewish person a fun Jewish book, a fun Jewish character. You know, you don't always want to read about the struggles and the dark times. You want to read just something silly, something fun. And this to me sounds really, really good. So I love the front cover. On the front cover is chicken soup with knedlich balls, which I used to have as a little girl. My grandma used to cook them. Now, I wouldn't have that now because I'm a vegetarian, so I won't be having chicken soup. But it just kind of made me reminisce on you know, being a little girl and her making me chicken soup, especially when I felt ill. She'd go, yeah, I'll have some chicken soup and knedlich. I was okay. But it says here, you can't run away from who you are. This is about this girl called, or this woman, not girl, woman called Tamsin. And she keeps going to all these weddings and stuff, and she's single, and it's another kind of family wedding. Her cousin gets married, and her family are kind of trying to set her up with this guy who's like, you know, perfect for her, called Harry. But Tamsin ends up meeting this other guy who's a chef. He's like London's hottest new chef, and there's a little bit of romance starts between them. But she keeps kind of running into Harry, and there's something there. So it's kind of like, it says here, she wants to finally be swept off her feet by someone her family definitely wouldn't approve of. But somehow Harry and Tamsin keep crossing paths, and she's about to find out that in love and in life, it's not always easy to run away from who you really are. So I want to know, is she going to go with this new like hot London chef that she's found for herself, or is she going to go with someone who her family like? And, you know, I don't know. But I thought it sounded fun and romance, and obviously, as I say, got a bit of Jewish rep there. Okay, so I have now got to decide what is my favourite cover. It's tricky because a lot of these has really beautiful covers. I do like the Delilah Green Doesn't Care, because that's pretty cool. But I think I am going to go. Oh, the Ravens, though. I don't know. All right, yeah. I'm just going to say, yeah, the Ravens. I really like the Ravens. Like, they're all over it. It's very creepy and spooky, but cool because they're ravens. And, yeah, I'm going to go with that one. So let me know in the comments what cover you like the best, and also if any of those books like sounded interesting to you. Right, so that's the end. Hope you've enjoyed watching. As I say, once again, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video out, and please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Come and check me out. Follow me on social media. All the links are down below to my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok. Also down below, I just remembered, is my link to my Goodreads page. If you're on there, come and follow me. You'll see what books I've read, want to read, currently reading, that kind of thing. So there we go. Okay, thank you for watching. Lots of love to you all. Happy reading. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye, fellow bookworms.